the King of glory. When we say the King of glory, when we refer to our Lord as the King of glory, it's a form of praise, and it's important to understand the depth of the words that you are saying as you communicate to God. And this day, the Lord has taught me, has been teaching me about that praise, the King of glory. First of all, to understand the power of that word, it's important to understand the word glory. Glory is an attribute. When you say that someone is glorious, you're referring to an attribute that they are exuding. There are many kinds of glories, many kinds of powers, many kinds of anointings. So glory is also anointing, it's power. So, when it comes to our God, the Almighty, the Creator, you see, when I say all these words, these are His glories. When I call Him the Creator, I'm ascribing a certain creative power that is inbuilt within Him, through which the Lord is able to bring to be things that are not, through which the Lord brought us to be. When I call Him the Almighty, you see, the word Almighty is the same as the word King of glory, because might and glory are one and the same thing. Might is power. And if you've looked at my previous writings, speaking about the powers of God, I've been advising that when you're in the presence of love, don't take it for granted. You're in the presence of the power of God. There are hordes of angels waiting to execute the command that they carry. When you're in the presence of peace, you're in the presence of the power of God. For example, if you've ever been in trouble, in a dangerous situation, and you whispered a prayer to the Lord, save me, please. Then suddenly, out of the blues, that fear dissipates, and you feel an overwhelming sense of peace. That is power. What you're supposed to do next is command that sword against your enemies. When you are in a hard situation, full of anxiety or full of fear, you call upon God, and suddenly you're flooded with joy. That is glory. You're in the presence of not just God, but angels specific to the task that you need. And something that you should always have in consideration when you're in the presence of the angels of God. The angels are like an army. They execute orders. So don't keep quiet when you realize that the power of God, the might of God has descended because you whispered a prayer to God. So the word King of Glory, and I've told you that glory is power. And God has many diverse forms of glory. He's our creator. He's our savior. He's our husband. That's a glory. He's our father. That's another glory. A power to execute his place as a father of our life. When you call him a healer, you're recognizing his power to heal. That's his glory. A deliverer, you're recognizing his power to make all forms of chains and bondages dissipate. That is a power, it's a glory. So when you call the Lord the King of Glory, what you're saying is that there are many powers upon the earth, but they all have one commander. They all emanate from one supreme glory that gives them the authority to go forth according to their need. That's what you're saying when you're calling him the King of Glory. So next time when you say the King of Glory, I want you to do it with a conviction that you're ascribing to God the highest form of praise, because you're telling him that all the powers that be upon the earth, upon the heavens, upon the universes, they all emanate from you. That's what is called the manifold glory of God. He is the source of all glory.